Hey everyone, I'm going to do a pickup video today, kind of like end of summer pickups, I guess. And I've kind of planned about 3 of these videos actually, because I want to, instead of just doing like one big long one, I'd rather do just like 3 shorter ones. So it's not like such a bear to watch, I guess, for people that get bored for pickup videos and stuff. But yeah, today I wanted to show you guys some great deals I got on eBay actually. All these games I got today are from eBay, and they're all Japanese PlayStation games. This kind of started, I don't know what tipped it off. I think I was just looking on the Japanese game list on eBay, and for some reason this listing popped up where there was this one guy, and he didn't look like he was a normal eBay seller. I think his last sale was like over a year ago. But he was selling this Japanese PlayStation 2. Just some guy here in America. I didn't have to order this from Japan or anything. And this is one of the original fat models. And I was the only one to bid on his auction for some reason. I actually wasn't even planning on buying the thing, because I've already got a Japanese PlayStation. Let me show you guys real quick here. I've got a ocean blue one that I bought, oh, probably like 3 years ago, 4 years ago at this point. And this one I had to special order from Japan, and it was actually kind of pricey. At the time, it wasn't really that easy to import a Japanese PlayStation on the cheap, so I think I paid like $120 for this one. It was not cheap, but I originally bought this one so I could play Japanese PS2 games as well as my Japanese PS1 games, which I had been only playing on my modded console before. Anyways, so I didn't really need another system per se, but this guy had this listed for $40 with shipping and everything. And he also had about a dozen Japanese wrestling games that came with it. So let me just show you them real quick. I got some PS1 games that he had in the list. This game is called, what's it called? All Japan Pro Wrestling, I believe. And this one actually also came with the second game. This is the first one that you see the case for, but he also included a disc-only version of the second game of this. So I just have them both in the same case here. And I cleaned up the cases like I usually do, and I put a little protective sleeve over it to keep them safe. And he gave me 3 other PS1 games too. These are called the Shin Nihon Wrestling games, or maybe the Token Retsuden games. And these are all made by Tommy, or Tomy. We got the first one, second one, and third one here. And I have not tried these. I don't really know what they're like. Some of these Japanese wrestling games are very strange. And I don't know any of the characters in them or anything. I actually used to watch American wrestling like a while ago. So I know some of the like American characters that are in here. There's actually, let's see, this game is called Wrestle Kingdom. And if you look closely on the back here, you can see they have a couple American guys in here. And I think, see, this one is made by Ukes. And Ukes is the one that makes the SmackDown games here in the US. So I'm guessing that the controls on this are pretty similar as the SmackDown games that we've got here. I haven't tried many of these. I just tried a couple of these. But yeah, they're all like complete except like one or 2 of them, I think. And let me see what else came with it. This is the Fire Pro Wrestling game. And we got a different version of this game, like an American version of it. I don't know, I don't think it was very popular. I don't think it really took off as like a series here. But this is one of the Fire Pro Wrestling games that came before it. And I tried this one out a little bit. The controls are very difficult to get used to. I don't know what to do in it. I keep attacking the guy and I'm just blocked like constantly. So I honestly don't know how to play it. Now here's something I thought was interesting. We never got these games here in the US, but these are All-Star Pro Wrestling 1 and 2. And something interesting I thought was These are made by Squaresoft, of all people. I always think of Squaresoft as being just an RPG company, but apparently they got their hands into some wrestling too. So we got these games. And I did try the first one. The graphics are very kind of like a realistic look to them, more than like the other games. But this one's more like kind of an arcade style look. But these were trying to go for more maybe like a simulator style, I think, because the controls are also very strange in these. You're not even using buttons, you're just using the thumbsticks to do moves and stuff. And again, I couldn't figure out what to do. I couldn't figure out how to play it. So these are, I don't know, maybe I can find out somewhere later how to play them. And the last 3 PS2 games he gave me were, what are these called? These are called King of Colosseum. And I think we might have gotten one of these games here, I'm not sure. But I think these are like the first 2 games. So you put them together there and you see like all the wrestlers there. And these are just called King of Colosseum, like red and green. I think that's what they're called. The guy listed like the English names of all the games in his description, so that's how I know what these games are called. And this one just says King of Colosseum. And this one actually is like one of the pricier games in the lot. I think the cheapest one I saw on eBay was like $25. So some of the games are actually a little collectible if you're into the Japanese wrestling games, I think. Yeah, so I got all these Japanese wrestling games included with the PlayStation. And like I mentioned, I just put in the lowest bid. I thought, well, you know, what the hell? You know, I don't really care if I win it or not. I didn't think I would. I thought, you know, the winning bid would be like a lot higher, but turned out no one else bid on it. I was the only bidder, so I got this whole lot of games, and the PS2 came with a controller and cords. I got it for like $46. I said, wow, that's a great deal. So I have to share it with you guys. So that was the one eBay win that I got. Well, actually, no, I think I got some other wins here. You guys tell me, what do you think? I got a couple PS2 games. Oh, actually, no, just one other PS2 game. This one I already had. This is, what you call it? The Oni-chin-bara. I think that's how you say it. And these games are very silly games. They're originally from the Japanese Simple 2000. You can see there are a bunch of these Japanese Simple 2000 games. We never got them here. We did get like some of the games ported onto collections. But as far as this goes, it wouldn't even make sense here because the Simple 2000 refers to how many yen you would pay for it. So this was like a budget game back in the day. And in Japan, they have this whole series of just budget games you buy for 2,000 yen. But yeah, this one I already had. I've had this for a few years. And it's a very silly arcade game. You know, you're running around as like as chicken in bikini and a cowboy hat and just slaying zombies all over the place. But I found another one. One of my local game stores I found had an eBay store online. So I bid on this game, and I think I got a good deal on this one too. This is the second version, and this is actually like the deluxe collector edition, or just deluxe edition, but it comes with like a couple more characters you can play. And I think I got it for like 15 bucks, so that was a pretty good deal, I thought. And I played it a little bit. I'll show you guys some gameplay footage up here. It's very silly. And the mechanics are kind of strange. You'll be fighting with a sword, and after you slay enough zombies, your sword will become covered with blood. And if it gets to like the maximum level of blood, then you'll start, you know, stabbing the zombies, and you'll get your sword stuck. And it's kind of like a trade-off. Like the more blood on your sword, you have more power. But if you use it too much, then you get stuck. So you gotta swing the sword and wipe the blood off it every so often to, you know, keep things going. Anyway, yeah, it's just silly games. And I also got some PS1 games, actually. This is one Night Striker. They made this on the PS1 and the Saturn, but this isn't originally an arcade game from when I was little. I remember playing this game back in California when I grew up. I think I went to my friend's birthday party. We're like all 6 years old, 7 years old, something like that. And his parents like rented out the whole arcade for us for like an hour or something. So I played this game in the arcade. It was originally in one of those big, like sit-down cabinets where you got a steering wheel and the speakers behind you and everything. It was really cool. And unfortunately, this version is not like arcade perfect. I think it's a pretty decent port. I've been playing it a bit, but it's still not like, I don't know, it's still not like as amazing as I kind of remembered when I was a kid. It's probably just like nostalgia glasses too, but I don't know, it's still fun to play. I actually looked to see if you could get the arcade version anywhere, and there is a way you can play the arcade version, but it's on kind of like some obscure arcade collection for PS2, and it's like Japan only, and I looked on eBay. I think the cheapest one I saw was like $150, something like that. I'm like, I don't really want to pay that much for like Night Striker arcade. Yeah, but this one is good to get. I think I got this and another one here. Einhander. I got the Japanese version of Einhander. These came from the same seller, two different auctions that I won. And I think both of these together I paid like $40 for. But Einhander alone, if you get the American version, I think it's upwards of $200 now. It's pretty pricey. But this one, I've already played it. I swapped out the Japanese gray case for a little blue case here, as you can see here. And this is a really cool game. It's very hard though. I'm not very good at shooters anyway, but I played this a bit. I have not yet beat the first level. It's really tricky for me, but it's got great graphics. And this is another game made by Squaresoft where they're venturing out of RPGs again and trying something different. So I think that's maybe why the price on this is so high. If you get the American version, I think they probably just didn't really sell that many of them back in the day. You can't get the greatest hits version or anything like that.
There was a time in the era of great chaos when the Earth and the Moon were at war with each other. A daredevil from the moon piloted a bizarre aircraft. It was feared, and because of its shape, called Einhander.
So anyway, guys, I totally forgot to show you this. This is something very strange on this PS2, and maybe you guys can help me if you guys know what it is. On this other model I have, it's just got the regular, hard drive expansion here. You can put the hard drive in the back, kind of just like the American versions here. And this is the SCPH 37000. I don't know if that's just specific for the color or what. I thought it was kind of a weird number, but this is the SCPH 15000. And instead of the hard drive bay, you've got this little slot here where if you press this button, you can take this little thing out and put some kind of card, I guess, in here. It says PC card. PC card? PO card? Yeah, PC card. So I've never seen anything like that before. Have you guys seen anything like that where there's some kind of card that goes in the back of your PlayStation? I don't know. I've seen there's like weird cards and stuff you can put in Saturns, I think, but not PS2. So anyways, that's the first round of pickups here that I'm going to show you. I got all these games I've got like in the last month. I've just been like, I don't know, really lucky or something, just getting all these games. So I'll probably make another one in a week, and I'll see you guys then. Till then, take care.
Ao コーナーより重心サンダーライガー入場。